Well, hey there my friends. In today's video we're going to compare and contrast, I guess you could say, the Strymon Sunset Dual Overdrive pedal, and it does a whole lot more than that, with the Orange Crush 35 RT. Now these are the settings that we have here. We're going to go, if you look at the, I'm going to keep the EQ the same, but the gain is going to move. We're going to start here with the gain. On the Strymon Sunset we're going to be on the germanium drive. So on the left side of the pedal, that's what we're going to use at that time. We're going to use that toggle switch on the top left middle there that you see. We're going to be in the germanium drive for that, and you can see how the tone and drive are set. The level is just for the volume. Then we're going to go up to about here, and then on the Strymon Sunset, I'm going to toggle this down, and we'll be in the Texas drive. Then we're going to adjust the gain to about here. And when we're at this point on the Orange Crush, we'll be using the two-stage drive with this amount of drive and the tone and all that on the right side of the Strymon. Then we're going to max this thing out. Then we're going to max it out, guys. We're going to turn the gain up all the way. And you know, of course, for you newer folks, I'm going to be adjusting the volume of the dirty channel at the same time, because the more gain, the louder it's going to be. So I'm going to turn that down a bit as the gain goes up and vice versa. But when we're in this position, we're going to go into the hard clipping mode, and we're going to just put the gain maxed out and just go for broke. So we're going to use those comparisons, guys. Now the whole point of this, I had come to find that why I needed an overdrive pedal is because of a looper. Now this is my Digitech Trio Band Creator Plus looper. This thing is beyond awesome. But I needed a drive pedal because if you put everything through the distorted channel, everything comes out distorted. So, and it doesn't work through the effects loop either. But I chose the Strymon Sunset, and you're going to hear why. I pretty much closely dialed it in to the Orange Crush as closely as I could. Now there are more settings on the Strymon that are on the front of it, or the top. As you can see here, one side can feed the other as far as A into B, or neutral, or B into A, etc. There's also, as you see on the left side, the brightness switch. We do have the brightness on, but you could have it in a neutral or negative position as well. So that's what we're looking at, guys. I'm going to keep that all set right there, and then we're going to just compare the sounds and see what we come up with. All right, guys, let's rock on. Alright guys, so now let's do some sound comparisons. Now in case if you're curious, I have done several videos comparing the Strymon Sunset to this Marshall JVM 410, and it's 4 different channels with 3 modes per channel, so that's like 12 different channels, right? This thing does a lot of work too, the Strymon Sunset, and we did a lot of comparisons with that. Look at our playlists under amp demos and pedal demos, and you'll see quite a few different comparisons using the Strymon Sunset. So this time, what we're going to do is we're going to go through different gain stages. Just like I showed you just a bit ago there, we're going to go through the different gain stages on the Orange Crush, and we're going to go through the different gain types on the Strymon Sunset. Now again, I tried to dial more of the Sunset to sound like the Orange. So I got it dialed in pretty close to how the Orange Crush sounds, which is kind of the point, right? So again, using a looper and things like that, and not just that, you know, the big question is, well, should I get a good clean amp or a good dirty amp? Whichever. I'd say if you can get an amp that is both, I would go with it, and of course still be using the gain pedal too. Okay, so let's start off with our light crunch. Here we are, completely dry or clean. Okay, now let's go into a light crunch on the Orange. Strymon Sunset, we're on the germanium drive. Okay, let's go up to the next gain stage, and then we'll be again on the Texas drive on the Strymon Sunset. That's the Orange Crush. go to the strymon. Okay guys, we're going to step it up a notch. Now we're going to be at about the 2 o'clock position on the Orange Crush for gain, and we're going to be on the 2-stage drive on the Strymon Sunset. Okay, and here we go. Now let's go over to the strymon on the 2-stage. We are fully cranked. Strymon on the hard clip in. Lots of gain. So that's it, guys. That's pretty much it. For me, I love them both equally. I love the sound of the Marshall too. But man, the Sunset, again, there are so many things we did not do with the Sunset. Whereas we did quite a bit as far as gain staging with the Orange Crush. And of course, we can mess more with the EQ and that sort of thing. But it's an awesome pedal to have because it has the boosts, it has the treble boost and the JFET boost and all that. And I love the sound of them both. They are a little bit different, even though I can dial them to be pretty similar. But still, they have very different characteristics all their own. So you let us know, guys, in the comments. Tell us what you think. Do you prefer the orange sound? Or do you prefer the Strymon Sunset sound? Or you like them both? Don't like either? Let us know. Alright, guys, thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next video.